Right, it's testing day. I got the body and neck blank all mounted down to the CNC. It's pretty solid. Don't have to worry about clamps falling off. I don't think that I have any tool paths that are going to run into these bolts because I mean I've simulated it. It should be good. So I've got my 1/4 inch ball upcut or ball nose upcut bit in here. I got to run my dust boot, otherwise it's just going to get filthy in here. And so what my plan is to run this, do a time lapse, speed it up, and you can skip past the stuff that you don't care about. But I want to get a recording of the whole thing, and I'm only running. I was going to run the carbon fiber slots first, and then the truss rod slots, then the body curves, and then the pickup slots. But then after my simulation was looking at it, it wants to dip in a little bit into the truss rod and to the carbon fiber slots. I figure, well, then I'll run those after it does the body and get nice clean lines and stuff like that. So that's my plan, is to let it run, do the body first, see what I'm forgetting, see what I hadn't thought about, and we'll go from there. So here we go. Let me move this thing out of the way and tell you everything I learned. This was really valuable. I'm really glad I did this. Let me take the camera off here and show you a little bit up close. Alright, so very first thing, I did not pay close enough attention to the center line of the neck. Because if you can see where my bolt is, I really wanted that to be in line with my truss rod groove. And it is not. I don't know how much it's off, but that's going to require some fine adjusting. And like I said, it's a test piece. This is the reason I did this is so I can learn on this instead of learning on the expensive stuff. But that's the first thing. I did not pay enough attention to center line, and probably what I should have done was my very first operation should have been when the wood was a little thicker. I should have run a center line from stem to stern all the way down, and then made sure that that was lined up, or then lined up my bolts with that, whatever. Second thing I should have done was I should have picked some very specific point. Now, I did. I know that my X position is 7, and my Y position is 0.25. So I did do that. So I know exactly where X and Y are. I know where Z is now, but I'm going to have to write it down. The other thing I learned is my pickup cavity cleanup routine that I had programmed that I haven't run yet. I don't think I need it. I think that looks pretty good. I'm not really sure why it left this. That's just kind of weird. Don't really know why that's there. It's easy enough to get off with a chisel, but I don't know why that's there, so I have to take a look at my program and see. I think I know why that's there, but I'm not positive. The other thing is I really like how it has given me this nice sharp, well, it's hard to see that on the camera, but that really nice sharp defined contour that comes up and then it kind of starts to spread out like that. So that's really nice. This came out really nice as well. And I did this like this on purpose. The thing is, I have another routine that when I'm done doing the back, that's going to cut out the entire perimeter of the whole thing. And so that's the reason I wasn't worried too much about how much it was going around. However, I did want it to cut deep like that, because when this does cut out the perimeter, whatever's going to be left over is going to be this little chunk over here. And I wanted to have a nice edge to run my router against. Now, I did expect it to go deeper over here. So I'll have to adjust my tool paths. I did figure out how to pick this up and start it at a particular line, so that's good as well. Overall, really happy with that. I'm really happy with that. That pine wood actually looks pretty good. Anyway, until either tomorrow, probably going to take a break tomorrow, but in another day or two, I'll go ahead and I'm going to leave this bolted up here because I want to fix some of these things and rerun it. I'm not going to record that. And I also want to redo this. The reason this is like this is because I had drawn this anchor in. I didn't want it to cut all the way through the headstock and then turn it loose. But now I see it was never going to do that anyway. So I'm going to rerun it to where this gets cut all the way through, down to where it's at. I did like the way that it angled the headstock for me. This, I mean, it's not like it was unexpected or anything, but it was very nice. And also, because I wasn't on center, I came off this edge a little bit. Now, I don't know if that will be an issue, because it never made it to the outside of the bit. But I can see from where that bit is going right there that if it's going to stay concentric, it's going to be out here somewhere. So I really should have made the, well, you can see I've got a lot left over here. And I don't on my drawing. On my drawing, these two are even. So this whole thing is shifted that way a little bit, or this is shifted. The drawing has shifted this way. Either way, stuff to figure out. Yeah, real happy with that. Cool. Well, until next time, thanks for watching.